From Vinicius Jr.'s explosion at Flamengo to the relentless work rate of guys like Pedri and Gavi, this century has seen some insane wonder kids. But let's be real, there's a difference between being a great prospect and being a teenage king. We're looking at the top 10 players since the year 2000 who didn't just play for their teams. They carried them before they were even old enough to buy a beer. This is the definitive list. Let's go. Starting at number 10. Let's talk about the Jadon Sancho everyone fell in love with. Before the Manchester United move, Sancho at Dortmund was a statistical anomaly. 38 assists before 20? That's better than teenage Messi and Ronaldo combined. He was a creative machine in a league full of veterans, making top-tier defenders look like they were playing in slow motion. At number 9. Kun Aguero. Most of you know him as a city legend, but did you know he broke Diego Maradona's record by debuting in the Argentine top flight at just 15? By the time he was 19, he was already the main man at Atletico Madrid, scoring 27 goals in a single season. He didn't have the physical build of a striker yet, but he had the killer instinct of a shark. Number 8 is Jude Bellingham. Look at that match count, 156 senior games before age 20. That is physically impossible for most humans. While other kids were playing academy football, Jude was captaining Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League and bossing the midfield for England. He wasn't a wonder kid, he was a 30-year-old leader trapped in a teenager's body. Coming in at 7. The cyborg. Erling Haaland. 61 goals as a teenager is just disrespectful. Remember that game where he scored 9 goals in one match at the U20 World Cup? That wasn't a fluke, it was a warning. From Molde to Salzburg to Dortmund, Haaland proved that if you give a kid 6'4" frame and a rocket for a left foot, the records are going to break. At number 6. The GOAT. Now, don't scream at me about the stats. Messi's teenage years were hampered by growth issues and injuries, but when he was on the pitch, it was magic. At 19, he scored a hat-trick in El Clasico. If you can put 3 past Iker Casillas before you're 20, you aren't just a talent, you're a god in the making. Number 5. Remember the name, Wayne Rooney? He was a street footballer who happened to be built like a heavyweight boxer. At Euro 2004, an 18-year-old Rooney was arguably the best player in the world. He moved to Manchester United for a record fee and scored a Champions League hat-trick on his debut. He didn't care about your reputation, he just wanted to win. Number 4. Kylian Mbappé. The only teenager besides Pelé to score in a World Cup final. That Monaco season in 2017 where he took them to the Champions League semi-finals was pure insanity. 73 goals before age 20? He was already a top 3 player in the world before he finished growing. He made the biggest stage look like a Sunday league park. Taking the bronze. Cesc Fabregas. This is for the tactical lovers. At 17, Cesc was starting for Arsenal's Invincibles. He was replacing a legend like Patrick Vieira and he didn't miss a beat. To have that kind of vision, the ability to see a pass 3 steps ahead of everyone else, at 18 years old? We might never see that level of IQ from a teenager ever again. At number 2. The boy who is rewriting the history books right now, Lamine Yamal. By late 2025, the debate is over. 45 assists is the highest mark for any teenager in the history of the top 5 leagues. He won the Euros at 17, took the number 10 shirt at Barca, and is currently the most feared winger in Spain. He's doing things at 18 that Messi didn't even attempt until he was 21. But at number 1, there is only one. Neymar Jr. People look at his career now and forget that teenage Neymar was a global religion. 85 goals. 42 assists. And get this, he had a 42-goal season in 2010 while he was still just a kid. He won the Puskas, he won the Libertadores, and he did it all with a mohawk and a smile. He was the most productive, most entertaining, and most dominant teenager this century has ever seen. Period. Neymar or Yamal, who's your pick for the ultimate teenage peak? Did we get the order right? Drop your top 3 in the comments, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.